Films TV præsenteres i samarbejde med Solid.
Duncan, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think you are?
A 6.
I think you're a 3.
Det kan være fristende at blive udenfor og nyde det gode vejr, nu hvor den danske sommer omsider er kommet op i omdrejninger. Men der er god grund til at tage en slapper i landets velventilerede biografsale, for i denne uge er der biografpremiere på The Way Back, et varmhjertet og vittigt komediedrama om den 14-årige Duncan, som til gengæld har svært ved at nyde sommeren. Hans stedfar, spillet af en slesk Steve Carell, lægger ud med at betegne Duncan som en 3'er på 10-skalaen, og hans venner er bestemt ikke super sympatiske. Men heldigvis for Duncan er der et stort badeland i nabolaget, som blandt andet bestyres af den løsslupne, skrubskøre Owen, der spilles af en uhyre velopblagt Sam Rockwell.
Afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. You're having way too much fun. It's making everyone uncomfortable. Wow! I'm just kidding. That wasn't even my best stuff. Come on.
Dermed er der lagt i kakkelovnen til en klassisk coming-of-age-fortælling om en ung mand, der forsøger at træde ind i de voksnes rækker, uden at snuble for meget undervejs. Rockwell er filmens største force, og vi var så heldige at have ham i røret forleden, hvor vi fik talt om alt fra The Way Back og Rockwells birolle i Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles til skuespillerens ben, som åbenbart er særligt muskuløse ifølge IMDb. Aha. Det lyder måske som en lidt rodet samtale, og det blev det også et noget pudseløjerligt og småturbulent interview med en mand, som til tider kan virke en smule rådvild, ligesom mange af de skøre karakterer, som han har portrætteret gennem karrieren. Det ændrer dog ikke på, at Rockwell er en uhyre karismatisk og gudsbenådet skuespiller, der især havde brilleret i George Clooneys-instruktørdebut Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, i science fiction-komedien Galaxy Quest.
Probably don't remember me, do you? It's the sunglasses, right? I was on the show in 82, episode 81. Got killed by a lava monster before the first commercial.
Og i en sjælden hovedrolle i Duncan Jones' monumentale science fiction-mesterværk Moon. I Moon havde Rockwell den uhyre svære opgave at spille flere forskellige udgaver af den samme person, hvilket ofte indebar, at han skulle spille skuespiller over for en stav med en tennisbold, så han kunne få en ordentlig fornemmelse for blikretningen.
You've been up here too long, man. You've lost your marbles.
Too easy.
The Way Back er instrueret af makkerparret Nat Faxon og Jim Rash, som sidste år blev Oscar-belønnet for deres manuskript til The Descendants med førnævnte Clooney. Faxon og Rash medvirker også foran kameraet, hvor især Rash er fornøjelig som den nærmest neurotiske og selvudslættende Lewis.
I'm gonna stay here in the booth no one comes to.
Men filmen tilhører i sidste ende Rockwell, som gør Owen ekstremt indtagende og elskværdig med en charmerende toppræstation. Og selvom vores samtale måske blev en smule kaotisk, kunne man sagtens mærke Rockwells charme over telefonen.
You got a hell of a kid here.
Hi, Johan. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Sam?
Good, man. Good. Yeah, just hanging out.
But this is just such a huge pleasure for me because I've been a fan for years, and like Moon is my favorite film from the last 5 years. So this is pretty huge for me.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm here to make you happy, man. What's shaking?
Well, I mean, I just saw The Way Back this morning, and I really dug it. It was just such a heartfelt, heartwarming, great coming-of-age tale.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
But let me ask you, Sam, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you?
Oh, shit, man. It depends on the day.
Okay, cool. I saw this interview with the directors, Faxon and Rash, just the other day, where they said that the inspiration for your character, for Owen, came from early Bill Murray. I mean, did they talk to you about that? Were you inspired by Murray as well? Because, I mean...
We didn't talk about it till later, and then we eventually... We did reference it at one point, but I think we all instinctively knew it was that. From Meatballs, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the program director, Jerry Aldini.
Well, how do you justify $1,000 a week?
Well, we have some special programs. We're doing Shakespeare in the Round again this year, of course. Our political roundtable, Henry Kissinger will appear. Yasser Arafat is going to come out, spend a weekend with the kids, just rap with them.
That's amazing.
And the kids wanted animals, so this year each camper will stalk and kill his own bear in our private wildlife preserve.
Are you sure the children can hack that?
We'll see. But the real excitement, of course, is going to come at the end of the summer, during Sexual Awareness Week. We import 200 hookers from around the world, and each camper, armed with only a thermos of coffee and $2,000 cash, tries to visit as many countries as he can. And the winner, of course, is named King of Sexual Awareness Week and is allowed to rape and pillage the neighboring towns until camp ends.
That's incredible.
We have a situation over at Harpoon Lagoon.
Is it a homicide?
Yeah, it's a homicide.
I knew this day would come.
Owen is just such a terrific character. You make him so endearing. But did you instantly hit it off with Liam James?
Yeah, we had a great time. He was really a nice kid, and he has an sort of a instinctive awkwardness for the part, you know.
And you weren't in any way distracted by the fact that he's obviously a young Michael C. Hall who has somehow managed to time travel to the present.
Michael C. Hall, yeah. Yeah, is he? Yeah, is he going to be a serial killer? I don't know.
We'll see in the sequel. Yeah, it's gonna be a totally different experience. Yeah. The movie balances so nicely on that borderline between humor and heartbreak and drama and comedy, and it's sort of the same with Owen. I mean, he's immensely funny, but at the same time, there's also this innate wisdom and intelligence to him. I mean, is that a difficult balancing act as an actor, having a character be so out there and funny, but at the same time letting that intelligence and warmth seep through?
Yeah, I think that, you know, the whole thing was to kind of keep it light until the end. I mean, I think he's in sort of comedic denial. You know, he doesn't really want to deal with any of this dark stuff, and so he's always joking. He's always joking and joking to cover up any kind of, you know, real vulnerabilities, I think, you know.
But do you ever think a lot about that on set, like on a movie like this, if you take the comedic part of it too far or not too far, that sort of thing?
Yeah, there's always that danger of overacting, you know. Yeah.
You often play these slightly nutty, quirky characters, and you do them so well, like in Galaxy Quest, Vestiges of a Dangerous Mind, Hitchhiker's Guide, Moon, and Green Mile, and so on. And Roger Ebert once called you the go-to guy for weirdness. I think that was a pretty cool definition to get from him.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you know, I think I'm drawn to sort of darker characters and stuff like that. I guess I'm a little nutty myself sometimes, you know.
And you yourself, obviously, you had an eventful childhood. You mean, a son of two actors, and like moving from New York to San Francisco, and you've called it a footloose upbringing. Was your coming of age as bumpy as it was for Duncan in the film?
Yeah, I was around adults when I was a kid, so I know that's a different kind of experience, you know. Yeah.
But I mean, speaking of footloose, I mean, you have so many great lines in the film, like when you quote holding out for a hero, and that little moment where you poke fun at the Footloose remake. I love it when there's no reaction, where you ask people if they'd seen the remake, and when you do this little Waterland song and dance routine. Did you get to improvise? Yeah. Because it all just has this great authenticity and freshness to it. I mean, it never once feels remotely rehearsed.
Yeah, no, it was very well rehearsed, actually, but we would ad-lib sometimes, and yeah, it was all like really scripted. Most of it was pretty scripted.
Are there any examples of stuff that you can remember where you actually got to improvise and that they've kept that stuff in?
Yeah, maybe the clown fighting or something.
Yeah. I was actually wondering, that little monologue you had about being a clown hunter and hunting clowns, was that like a small reference to Clown House?
No. It's just bullshit, you know.
Okay, cool. But speaking of song and dance, you often somehow manage to squeeze in a small dance routine in your movies.
Yes, I tend to do that sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So
pretty ridiculous.
I just love that little song and dance routine that you did in the movie, that Waterland song.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Suit up. You don't look too pumped. Come on, let's get pumped. This is the place where dreams are made or destroyed. Depends on how you feel about working at a water park.
Looking forward to your album.
Yeah, man. It's coming, baby.
Cool. Speaking of your early roles, we just briefly touched upon Clown House, but the funny thing is, I was just rewatching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the other day with some buddies of mine, obviously while eating just ridiculously unhealthy amounts of pizza, because you got to do that when you're watching Turtles. Then suddenly this young Sam Rockwell shows up, and you got to play alongside none other than Splinter himself. And I actually thought the movie held up surprisingly well. Do you have any fond memories of that film?
Well, I was a kid, I was 19, so that was one of my first jobs in a big movie. So it was interesting, a time for me, for sure.
Cool.
In North Carolina, and I was just a kid,
Do you remember the film? Have you seen it recently? It still holds up.
I haven't seen it in quite a while.
But I'm guessing your next phone call is gonna be to Michael Bay asking to be squeezed into the remake they're doing at the moment.
They're shooting that right now, so and I'm fine not being a part of it. I think the CGI and. I think they got it covered.
Yeah.
They could CGI me in.
I was just so bummed out that you actually didn't get an Academy Award nomination for Moon, because, it's just so stunning the way you...
Thanks, man.
The way you handle both of those characters and their interactions. You never ever sit there thinking, wow, I'm looking at two Sam Rockwells, because the acting is just so authentic. It seems like it's sci-fi, sort of like comedies, just don't get the same recognition from the Academy and award shows, as opposed to the more quote-unquote serious genres like drama.
Yeah. I think.
But is that frustrating?
Yeah, I think I got very lucky with that one, but a lot of people saw it. Yeah, and a lot of people saw it and dug it.
It must just also have been a huge challenge there, just oftentimes not, just acting towards empty air, I guess.
No, it's definitely tough because you're looking at tennis balls and shit.
And you don't look that much like a tennis ball.
I don't, although you never know. Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Denmark.
Oh, Denmark.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, like Hamlet. I've never been there. I've worked on Hamlet before, but...
Oh, yeah, that takes place in Helsingør. That's right. Yeah.
Helsingør, right?
Yeah. You should swing by sometime, man. I'll show you the sights.
I'm in.
Cool. But also, would you love to do more stuff with Duncan Jones? Because, I think that was just a recipe for a great partnership. He's about to do...
I would love to do something. Yeah, I would love to do something with Duncan. I think he's doing a big sci-fi movie right now.
Yeah, he's doing Warcraft, and I was thinking I could definitely see you as a crazy wild orc swinging an axe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would do a fucking orc.
But also, Sam, did you get to do a lot of swimming on this film? I love that when you look yourself up on IMDb, it says that one of the defining attributes of Sam Rockwell is muscular legs. I guess you got that from swimming a lot.
Muscular what?
Muscular legs. That's what it says on IMDb. That's one of your defining
right?
attributes.
Is that who said that?
I don't know, man. It just says so on IMDb. Somebody wrote that you have muscular legs as a defining attribute.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I don't know why I got that. No, I'm more. I do a lot of bicycle stuff. Maybe that's what that is.
Well, we're the #1 bicycle nation on Earth, so if you ever come by, you want to swing by Helsingør and ride some bikes, just let us know.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll fucking Lance Armstrong the shit out of Denmark.
Cool. Sam, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. It was a great movie.
Nice to talk to you, brother.
Cool.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
I'll see you in Denmark.
Yeah. Bye.
Husk, at du kan finde alle vores tidligere Films TV-udsendelser på Films under Films TV-fanebladet, og også på videovideo.dk, i iTunes og via vores gratis video-app.